gather round for an epic show. Oh yeah, here we go. The stubborn heroes coming out on top. Yeah, we always win. Delving into the darkest dungeons. Always fight to win. Oh yeah, here we go. Now it's time for the Stubborn Heroes.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Stubborn Heroes, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. My name is Adam, and I am the Dungeon Master. And the Stubborn Heroes we have today are Billy, who plays Benjamin Grimshaw.
Oh, hey there, folks.
Cody, who plays Belgarath.
Oh, hi.
Michael, who plays Thanthui.
Hi.
Raymond, who plays Rasuan.
Oh, hello.
Parker, who plays Tyrannus.
Greetings.
And David, who plays Bonnie.
Hello.
All right, so everybody got Roll20 open?
Yep.
All right.
Baby.
Got the full lineup again today.
So, So, you've all been traveling with the Festival of Monsters for several weeks. If you look at Roll20 here, we'll take a look at the map, and which I believe you're all on already.
Maybe.
As you are headed towards the capital city of Stormtalon. So you were originally here in Harlane. You eventually went to the Wretched Hollow. You went north to the festival. And now you're traveling with the festival as you journey towards Stormtalon. Because you chose to travel with the festival, you've had a pretty restful and productive time, although it's taken you a bit longer than if you had just taken the road yourself walking. But over the last week, you've rejuvenated yourselves. We've gone through some origin stories and touch base. And now you're probably about a day's journey before you reach Stormtalon. The festival decides to hunker down and stay in for the evening. And you all went to sleep in your tents. Suddenly, it's the next morning, and all of you, except for Benjamin, are awoken. Clementine! By the feathers of the Raven Queen, Clementine! Where the hell have you gone? Clementine! You hear Deckard's voice shouting throughout the festival. You all wake up. What do you do?
Bonnie would go see Deckard. What? What's going on?
Clementine! Oh. Hey there, Bonnie. Well, seems old Clementine decided to go out last night or perhaps a bit of a hunt. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll find her soon. And he sort of brushes away and walks over to the back of the festival. Clementine! And you see Deckard takes out that wand of servants, and he sort of waves it, and these three globules of magic just sort of pour out like teardrops, splash on the ground, and three servants appear. You go out to the forest, and you let me know if you see her. And the three servants proceed into the forest. Elatrice is there, Bonnie. She seems to be packing up a knapsack and throwing in some stacks, and she readies her bow.
Do you know where Clementine went?
This is not the first time that the Drake has disappeared in the night. Wyverns are always seeking mates and always trying to find a place to nest. We can only hope that there isn't a male around and that she's simply going to hunt and then return, but with us only a day's journey away from Stormtalon, I think I'm gonna go out and try to find her myself.
I'll go with you.
I appreciate that, but usually I go out alone.
But usually I'm not here.
That is true. What are the rest of you doing?
Belgarath would be getting And he does a huge stretch.
Oh, where's all the food? I'm hungry.
Who are you talking to?
He's just out loud.
Yeah, you look around, nobody's offering you food.
Belgrath would go around, see where the food, I guess, would be being served.
You do see that a few of the carnies are encircling the fire pit in the middle of the camp, where the masked figure who sold you the paint before is just like,
Oh, walk meat. Coming right up. Oh.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
and you would smell the delicious aroma of rotting, poisonous warg meat cooking over a fire.
It is a delicacy, I am told.
You see, like, Belgrath, like, wanting some, but doesn't because he's a goblin and he befriends, like, goblins befriend wargs, so he's, like, half and half. Like, he wants it, but he doesn't want it. He wants it, but he doesn't want it.
Okay, what's everybody else doing? Why do we have... Wait, 2 Tyrannuses?
Wait, what's going on? I can control them both.
Doppelganger.
They run off together.
It's me.
You have a twin?
I'm a Tyrannus now.
Okay. Rasuan, what are you doing?
Sitting by the fire.
Tyrannus is going to get up and go over to Zoe and just hang out with Zoe for a bit.
Roll the animal handling check with advantage.
Ooh. The
Luckily
next
you
one's
have
better.
advantage. Yeah.
12.
Zoe just sort of recoils just a little bit at you and goes, and then sort of sniffs and allows you to pat the top of her head before looking up to the sky as you see Benny and Claire, the 2 griffins, are descending down from the sky. She just sort of looks up and she sort of flaps her wings a bit, her arms, as if she wants to fly,
Aww.
but she can't.
I'm going to give her one last pat on the head and then go over to where the griffins are landing.
Okay, the griffins seem to be landing towards where Elatrice is. Bonnie, you also see them descending down towards you. What's Thanthui doing?
He is going to be sitting and organizing his cards.
Okay.
We love pushing the plot forward.
Yes, absolutely. I give everybody opportunities. They decide what they do with it, right?
Daily life things.
Hey, not everything's epic adventure, I suppose. And that's when the 2 griffins, Benny and Claire, would descend down next to Elatrice. Their wings and their just the size of them just sort of causing a small gust of wind to just like flow through and sort of catch Tyrannus and Bonnie off guard a little bit. And then you see Elatrice just sort of rub Benny's head, and he's just like, okay. Thank you.
Tyrannus is going to ask,
Can you understand these griffins?
She looks back at you. I do have the ability to speak with animals, yes.
Impressive.
Well, it's the animals that are more impressive. Benny and Claire were scouting out to the forest for me to try to find Clementine. They found broken trees to the south. They believe they saw some dead elk along the way. and squirrel monkeys in the trees. Seems that Clementine may be in Hearthglen Valley. They did not dare venture further. They said that they felt a dark presence in the trees. Lifeless figures. It's not a direct translation. It's hard to describe a feeling.
We should go. Could be monsters.
Possibly. It is not far from here. I will go, and if you would like to join me, Bonnie, then I will not say no. Especially if there is some sort of enemy abound.
I'll go speak to the others. Perhaps they can join us as well.
It'll be fun.
I will finish preparing my things. And you see Deckard just sort of slump forward. Clementine! This fucking wyvern. How the hell could she do this to me again? I have told you many times, Deckard. Clementine is seeking a mate. It is not right to enslave a wyvern and so... Oh, be quiet, Elatrice. I think I know what I'm doing. I am the monster expert. And then he walks past you all and sort of walks to the middle of the camp where everybody's gathered around the fire. Y'all better rest easy now, or get yourselves useful, as we ain't leaving until I find my Clementine. And he sort of walks past the fire and then walks to the other side of the camp. Clementine!
Tyrannus bends over to Bonnie's ear and just whispers,
I hate that guy.
He takes a little getting used to, but he's a good guy.
I don't believe you.
Tyrannus walks over to Rasuan
There's no
and asks
surprise
if
there.
Rasuan, do you want to help us find this Clementine?
Not really. We are here. Not really by choice.
The sooner we find Clementine, the sooner we can move on to Stormtalon.
I suppose. If I must.
Elatrice approaches the fire, having packed up her things. I would appreciate your aid, but please do not feel obligated to go. Hearthglen Valley is an old place, guarded by the Hearthglen Hill Giants, and I do worry that stepping into their terrain could cause diplomatic issues. And then you just see Deckard approach again. Oh, Elatrice, you are a doll for going out and finding Clementine for me. Please make sure my baby is okay. And don't get yourself killed. As for you six, I've been working on a one-man show that will premiere as when we arrive in Stormtalon, and I was thinking anybody who wanted to stay, you could be my audience as I rehearse, if you don't mind. It should only take a few hours.
I have no interest in that.
Well, anyways, either way, I'm going to start now. Ahem.
I'll be going with her to get Clementine.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure Rasuan will stay and listen.
Rasuan's already backing away.
Thanthui Belgarath, you're gonna help me out here, right?
Hey, Tyrannus, I suddenly really want to go. Is it this way that we're going?
I believe it's to the south.
Oh, to the south, okay. Rasuan runs as fast as he can out that way.
Tyrannus walks by Thanthui and puts a hand on the back of his shell, kind of like signaling him, like, let's go.
Apathetic. The plight of a sovereign son left upon the doorstep of an unloving aunt. A leader by blood.
Anyways, we'll be
in the
going.
heart. He looks at Belgarath. Act 1, Scene 1.
Belgrath looks up at him with like a drumstick still in his mouth, blinks twice, and then just gets up and goes without saying a word.
You see the other carnies are just like, oh no. And he walks up. Well, I guess you will be my audience today. And as you're going, you do see that Zoe is trailing behind you and then stops at the border and just looks towards you, Tyrannus.
Stay here, Zoe. You'll be safer here. I'll be back soon. Don't worry.
And she just sort of... and then knocks over a cart. And then turns around and walks away. Struts away.
Attitude.
Owlbear's having a bitch fit.
That's what I like about her.
So you all leave down south. Ben,
Yes.
you awaken in the forest. Your head is groggy, moving back and forth. Ugh. You feel the dew from the leaves just like pressing against your face. Your whole body aches as you slowly just like rise up to your feet. Ugh. You hear in the distance, Clementine! Clementine! As you start to get up and stand to your feet.
Damn. The hell's going on now?
As your party crosses paths with you, and you guys would see a completely naked Benjamin Grimshaw standing in front of you in the forest.
I have to ask, what's he packing?
Is it metal?
Yeah, is it like...
It's like half metallic, split down the center of the urethra.
Does it have any features to it?
Let's move past this.
Anyways, you guys just see Ben there in the bushes. There's a bush covering up his manhood, but you see Ben there.
Like one of those Austin Powers moments where he just...
Yeah.
Benjamin, what's going on?
I think I might have had too much whiskey last night, boys.
Yeah, I would say so.
Why are you naked?
Tyrannus goes and covers up Bonnie's eyes.
Does Ben have his hat at least? Or nothing?
The only thing you have is your hat on
Alright,
and
so
your goggles.
I'll use my hat and I'll cover my junk with my hat.
Yeah. So
Ben, do you have some clothes?
Yeah, I think they're at camp, though. I can't remember exactly.
I think you should go get it.
That will be embarrassing.
Yeah, where y'all heading exactly anyway?
Don't worry. Go get your clothes. Come back. We'll wait for you, and we'll go together.
Alright, sounds good, man. And he'll put on his hat and walk away.
yeah, you run into the camp and you quickly sneak in. You see in the middle of the encampment is Deckard, who is he seems to be putting on some sort of poetic show for the few people who are sitting around the fire, and they all just look absolutely exhausted and just drained of life from him. And they say the Moonbreaker blade will never be held in the hands of a man ever again.
Ben will just kind of walk up like, not interested in that. And just walk back to and get his
Ben
clothes.
you get dressed, and then you rejoin your party out in the south, where Elatrice is there. And so are we ready?
I think so. Yeah.
And then you all head south The forest is lush with orange and red trees. The ground full of yellow, brown grass as the autumn season slowly comes into play. You are no longer in the kingdom of Caer Barad as you moved into the kingdom of Falcon's Rest about a day or two earlier. The cool air starts to hit you as there's a bit of cloud cover and only a little bit of sunlight. You walk for probably about half an hour, 45 minutes before you get into a certain part of the forest. Elatrice points to the trees. Where you're walking now just sort of slopes down into almost like a deep valley that's just full of these luscious orange maple trees as far as the eye can see. We have entered Hearthglen Valley now. Just be on the watch. Just be on the watch.
What are we watching for?
You said before that there were some kind of monkeys.
Hearthglen Valley is home to creatures known as monkey squirrels. They are hybrid creatures that are mostly harmless, but you just need to be wary. I'm sure we'll see them soon.
As Raswan hears hybrid squirrel monkeys, he makes sure all his belongings are extra tied down to himself.
What else is in here?
The hill giants protect this valley. It is an old place. I do not know much more than that. Perhaps Deckard does, but I do not.
It's a good thing he joined us on this journey to get his goddamn wyvern back. Oh, wait.
We were looking for oranges.
Bonnie would like to roll an investigation of the area.
Hold on, before you do that, I do have to ask, Than3, why would you believe we're looking for oranges?
He said he was looking for clementines. Isn't that orange?
Elatrice just slowly sort of facepalms a little bit. Oh dear. Clementine is the name of the wyvern that you rode when you first came to the festival. Do you remember?
No, yes. Wait, a wyvern? I know that. And Anthony's gonna pull out his book that he got, and he's gonna scroll to wyverns and read about them.
Sure, there you go. So did you actually get a monster book or what?
No, but it's on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, there you go. Just look it up and you get to look at everything about wyvern, learn their history.
Mm-hmm.
And Elatrice sort of shakes her head and looks at Tyrannus. An interesting bunch you all are.
While you're in there, Than3, do you have any information on hill giants?
No. I only have letters, where's my note? U through Z.
Oh.
I speak a little bit of hill giant.
Is there a difference between hill giant and regular giant?
I believe they all speak the same
Okay,
language.
because I also speak giant.
I also speak giant too.
So we'll be the diplomats if we encounter any.
I could.
I whispered to Teres.
Be a giant, maybe.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh.
Last case scenario.
Okay.
Elatrice stops. There's one of them.
I'm so tempted to just go, pow!
Should. Just do it.
Sorry.
I'm worried if I do that, then like 1,000 of them will just go and just like they do in like cartoon movies, just like out of nowhere, just like they're just like an army of fucking squirrel monkeys.
Are they squirrel monkeys or monkey squirrels?
They are called monkey squirrels.
That's not in my manual.
So,
Can I ask a question? Why is Zoe here?
I assumed she was just going to be brought with him, but he didn't take her, so I'll delete her.
Okay.
She followed.
I don't want to put her in danger.
You hear this noise. There is a small creature sitting in the tree. It has big woolly tufts of orange and red fur covering a grinning pale face with 2 long sharp teeth sticking out from its lips. Large bushy tail like a squirrel on its back as it swings back and forth on the side of the branch, just sort of staring at you guys with beating orange eyes. It seems to have a very expensive looking tiara on the top of its head as it looks down at all of you.
King Louis. Ben will just kind of like make the motion of a gun with his hand and just kind of point it up and like, because he's really tempted to just shoot this fucking thing.
Yeah, and when you do that, Ben, you just hear, and your hat is gone. As a monkey has swapped your hat and has started swinging through the trees over here. And then it puts your hat onto its head.
Son of a bitch. Ben's gonna pull out his actual gun.
Easy, Benjamin.
Another one swinging from the right side looks down at Rasuan.
Elatrice, what can we do to appease these things?
Oh, yeah.
To make them go away?
They are simply curious. We have to stand our ground, but we should not engage. Where there is one, there is 100.
Undo it. That's why I tie everything down.
It looks at Rasuan. This one here looks at Rasuan like, The one on the bottom, like, okay, I can't get anything from him. And then it looks to Belgrath and looks at his helmet.
Belgrath just like gives that monkey a fucking death stare.
It swings around and is sort of going behind you, Belgrath.
Belgrath's gonna like grab his helmet and hold it down.
Yeah, Tyrannus is going to do the same. He's just going to look like around himself and like pat down anything loose to make sure he's good. You know, there's nothing like hanging off him. I'm prepping.
I want to activate my Magitech fucking leg, run up to this fucking monkey, and use my whip to fucking snatch my hat back.
This one up here on the far left. He's the one wearing your hat. He sort of puts on your hat, and you see him
like
he
straight
sits,
up. I'm just
hold on. He stands onto a branch though, and he starts making finger gun motions.
And if I don't
and he's
hit
like,
my hat, I want to hit it in the face with my fucking whip and just teach this motherfucker a lesson.
okay, we can do that.
I'm aiming for my hat. I want my hat.
Yeah, so we can do that, but just one sec. So he's standing on the branch, and he puts on your hat, and you guys would see him stand on it, and then he makes finger guns, and he's just like... And then Benjamin, in his anger, what do you do?
I'm going to use my whip to try and get my hat
Let's
back.
see if you hit. You guys would see Benjamin activate his leg. He starts running up.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits.
Like, I'm not trying to actually be aggressive to the monkey.
So
I'm
you're just
trying to get
wrapped.
my hat.
I'm gonna say he's grappled. You wrap the whip around the monkey and you grapple him, and you pull him towards you. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I'll pull him down and kind of like have him.
He's like.
And I'll like kind of hold him in my hand, like, don't fuck with me. Like, I'll hold him by the throat kind of thing, like, take my hat back and be like, this is my fucking hat. Don't you ever touch it again. And put it on my head. And I'll be like, y'all fuck with me, I'm gonna kill this bitch right here. And I'm just gonna hold it up by its neck, be like,
Suddenly,
Warning.
that monkey that you're holding starts screaming at the top of its lungs. A loud, high-pitched screech. I need all of you to do a Constitution save.
Oh boy.
DC is 10.
I got a 12.
Constitution.
Oh boy.
I got a 3.
Oh, 20.
8.
I got a 4.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Anybody who didn't get 10, you are deafened for the next minute. As suddenly you guys would just hear other screams from throughout the trees.
I just want to point out, everyone who didn't get a 10 didn't actually roll a save. He rolled a check.
Oh.
It might be a different modifier. That's why I say it.
Reroll.
Oh yeah, I had an extra +2 on mine.
Yeah, mine's higher as well.
11.
Sorry, Dave, that's charisma. We're Constitution.
Come on, Dave.
There you go.
14. I'm good.
I just want to smack one of these monkeys on the head with my mace.
That's a lot of monkeys.
Bad monkeys.
As any monkey within 200 feet will aggressively come to defend their kin. And roll for initiative.
Oh my god, that's 17 monkeys.
They're probably like
can't-
one-hit wonders, let's be real.
There we go.
But
Oh, Jesus Christ.
are we
I got
really
10.
going to kill all these monkeys and then get everything mad at us? Yes, please.
So none of us were deafened.
Yeah, none of us were.
Okay, Rasuan.
23.
Belgraph.
14.
Tyrannus.
14.
Thanthui.
Is this for our initiative?
Wow.
Yep. Bonnie.
19.
Ben.
14. I should just snap this fucking monkey's neck. Just
Okay, Rasuan, you're first.
Okay. Raswan has kind of been in these situations before with, monkeys, forests, blah, blah, blah. It just seems natural, so he knows not to go in right away. He's going to hold action, wait for a monkey to come up to him, and then he'll, probably attack him or kick him
So
back.
if an enemy seems like they're going to aggressively try to hit you, you'll attack.
But Raswan's also going to slink back just a little bit and, kind of ready himself.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Next is Bonnie. Or sorry, Elatrice. Elatrice is going to simply turn to all of you and say, "We need to run now." As she leaps forward and she's going to shoot her longbow at 2 of the monkeys.
You're sabotaging us.
So
I'm gonna keep this monkey and just keep it as a fucking pet. Lock it in a cage at fucking the zoo. I'm just gonna fuck you. You fucking
shit.
steal my hat.
This isn't a certain Xbox game with dinosaurs in it, okay? You can't have it on your shoulder.
she
Dude,
runs forward.
it's been grounded lately.
She shoots at one monkey. She misses. She shoots at the other monkey and she misses. And she continues running up north this way.
She's not very good at this. She's supposed to be this huntress, badass.
Just bailed.
Next is Bonnie.
Bonnie's going to be the nice one. She's going to run over here and untie this monkey. Be like,
It's
okay,
in my
you're
hand.
free. Oh, it's in your hand?
Yeah.
I thought it was on the rope,
I'm
on the
holding
ground.
it by the throat.
Okay, so what are you
Stole
going to
my
do,
hat.
Bonnie? You walk up and he's holding it by the throat.
I'm going to smack it out of his hands and be like, it's okay, you're fine.
I would like to remark it's with my metal hand because it's a monkey. I'm not gonna hold it with my flesh. It's gonna claw.
Okay, so it looks like Bonnie wants you to let it go. Have a conversation then.
Ben, let it go. That's the reason they're all here. We haven't shed any blood yet. Just let it go. Maybe everything will be fine.
Ben kills it. And I'm kidding. I'll be like, and I'll start to lower it to the ground and see what the monkey's reaction is. And loosen my grip a little bit.
And it just seems to be trying to get away from you.
No, I mean the rest of them, the swarm. If like they're still gonna attack me if I let it go. Because if they're gonna attack me, I'm
you
just gonna
cannot
kill
tell.
this thing.
You cannot tell. They're all there looking at you like they want to kill you. Your whole.
Just let it go, Ben.
I'll let it go.
You let the monkey go, and he runs away and runs into the trees. And the other monkeys sort of look at each other and then look at you, and they all just start screaming.
Bonnie's just gonna back up. She's not gonna do anything else. She's not gonna attack them unless they come after her.
I feel like that was not the right decision.
Okay. Next is
It's your fault for listening to a little girl. I mean, whatever.
It's an extra target we just gave ourselves.
okay. Now it's all the monkeys' turn. You have let that monkey go. None of the monkeys seem to move forward to attack. They would have. Now it's and they were all going to attack a bunch of you, and it was going to be bloody. But you let that thing go. They're going to all just sort of screaming at you to get the fuck out of here.
Ben will get the fuck out of there. Holding his hat.
So if anybody,
Maybe we should go.
does anybody plan to attack? If so, we will continue combat. Otherwise, no. Okay.
I kind of want to.
You're all welcome. Jeez.
Dave, that could have been our level 5, man.
Shut up. That's it. Bonnie's back.
It needs a level.
Elatrice is standing there before you enter the next part of the forest, and she's looking back. Come on. Then she looks to Ben. Ben, are you moving?
Yeah, I'm running with you.
Okay. You got your hat back? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you all, the monkeys continue to just sort of watch you from afar now, but they never seem to get as close again as they did before. As if they're just watching you to see what the fuck you're doing, but they're kind of
that hat
weary.
Is literally Ben's most valuable possession. His prized possession. You fuck with that hat, he will fucking kill you. He doesn't care.
Yeah, even if it means suiciding in the TPK.
Yeah,
apparently
he will die for that hat.
Elatrice looks to Ben. That could have gone either way. I certainly hope that hat of yours is worth it.
You have no idea. Nobody messes with my hat.
The monkey squirrels will continue to watch us. We have made no friends with them. But hopefully they do not interfere with the work we are doing here.
I don't think it helped that you tried to attack them.
I sent 2 warning shots. And it was in order to clear a space so that all of us could leave. I know what I'm doing, Bonnie.
Can Tyrannus? Tyrannus is going to take out the teardropped shaped fruit that he got. And he's going to look up to like the trees where the monkeys are, and he's just going to like maybe he'll like rip it in half so it's like open, and he's going to chuck one of the fruits up to the trees, to the monkeys.
Yep. And you just see the tree start shaking. All of the maple the maple leaves are just like and then you look and you see one of the monkeys is holding it. And then a bunch of them and they start eating the fruit together.
He's going to toss the other half into the tree as well.
And
Then they all die because it's poisonous.
and they all just start eating it. And you see Tyrannus, then suddenly a bunch of shelled walnuts are thrown at you.
Tyrannus holds up his hands to block them.
I thought that would have won us some favor with them.
It did. They were returning the favor.
This is a bizarre favor.
Yeah, pick
But
up.
Tyrannus is going to pick up some of the nuts and stuff them in his pocket.
Yeah, pick up the wall.
Well, now that that's over, shall we continue?
Yes.
You all proceed deeper into the forest now. The monkey squirrels behind you. I'd say that you travel for maybe about another 20 minutes, half an hour.
What's this in front of me? Is there an actual reason for that?
Well,
You mean the suspicious blood trail?
Yeah.
Yes, David, there is a reason for it. We will get to it. Literally now. So as you're all traveling for about another 20 minutes, half an hour, roll a perception check. Everybody.
Everybody.
Interclub
7.
8.
I'm so sorry, guys. Survival check. If you want to keep the original...
Thank you.
Reroll it. I'm sorry, we're in the forest. It should have been a survival check.
21. Thank you.
15.
I only got a 5. Boo-hoo.
14.
I rolled a 12 for both.
Okay. So who rolled the highest? That's Thanthui and Tyrannus. Thanthui and Tyrannus, you two, as you're traveling, you'd notice that there are... you'd notice Elatrice immediately notices, too, that there are track marks on the ground, and that they look like the claws of what would be the wyvern. And there is a pool of blood as well. Right here. So Elatrice just sort of walks up, she leans down, she smells it. It's the blood of an elk. This must be where Benny and Claire saw the trail.
Jokingly, Tyrannus is going to nudge Bonnie and say,
Why don't you go taste the blood? You seem to be into that sort of thing.
What are you talking about? Why would I ever taste blood?
Roswell's gonna poke his head and be like, I am so glad you guys are friends again.
Because Bonnie would have no idea what he means, because the only time she's ever tasted blood was in the Halloween episode where she was not even there, technically.
oh yeah, that's true.
So what are you talking about?
Only Tyrannus would get that. 'Cause it was his
Yeah, Tyrannus is realizing that was a dream he had.
Never mind. It was a joke. You wouldn't get it. It's a dragonborn thing.
Thanthui
It wasn't
and
very funny.
Thanthui and Tyrannus, you hear also what sounds like the growls and a little bit of roars of a wyvern.
Kind of says the Tasmanian devil.
Thanthui, do you hear that?
I do. That sounds like a wyvern.
There, if you imagine right in front of you here is just a bunch of bushes, so you don't know what lies beyond this blood trail till you actually walk through.
But from my readings, though, about the wyverns, it doesn't. It says that they don't like to fight on the ground.
So they fight in the air?
Yeah, they only go to the ground if they can't. If there's no other way of getting to their prey.
So maybe she's hurt.
I have an idea. Is there a tree nearby? In your doing my character voice. That's my voice. Is there like a tree nearby?
There's tons of trees nearby.
All right, so hey Bonnie, here, and I'll kind of give Bonnie a boost up to the tree so she can see over the bush
Okay.
to the other side.
Tyrannus nudges Rasuan because he knows he can climb trees like a motherfucker.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Ben's dumb.
Raswan's gonna disappear up a tree.
Yeah, Rasuan and Bonnie, you both climb, we'll say this tree over here. A second.
Because I have a feeling it's like a bear or something, and like, whoever goes through there is going to get mauled.
Well, throw Belgarath in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bait.
And you two climb up this tree. You hear right behind you, Rasuan, you hear... as there is a monkey right behind you. A monkey squirrel.
Raswan's gonna reach out and let the monkey kind of sniff his hand.
Roll an animal handling check.
Bite you.
Should have given it a walnut back.
11.
It sort of looks around and it smells your hand, and then it takes your hand into its hand. It just starts swinging sort of like this with your hand back and forth.
Oh.
And it squeezes.
Raswan's gonna gesture for the monkey to like climb on its arm and go on his shoulder.
Roll another animal handling check.
Rasuan's got a girlfriend. This like
20.
Natural 20.
Nat 20.
he's got a real good girlfriend, just like fucking Zoe now.
This monkey's your best friend forever.
Tell me how you make a spiritual connection with this monkey.
He's gonna just kind of stare at the monkey and then like gesture onto the shoulder and then like make like a quiet thing, like the index finger to the mouth and just like shh.
And its orange eyes look to your orange scarf, and then it looks up at you and it goes, "Oh," and then it climbs up onto your back, and it takes off your hat and puts the hat onto its head.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Monkey's on back, whatever.
Okay.
He's gonna try to focus on the task at hand.
Okay. Gretch, you just got yourself a pet monkey squirrel.
Yeah, yours is friendly. Mine tried to steal my shit.
This one's probably gonna try to steal shit, regardless.
That's okay, but he's your friend. He'll steal shit for you.
Rasuan
use that.
and Bonnie, you two would look out and you'd see a bloody mess of a dead elk upon the ground. You'd see Clementine with her orange and black scales basically perched atop a fallen tree branch as she is sort of nibbling at her prey. But you'd also notice that even though she's just sort of nibbling at it a bit, there seems to be a giant net that is around her. She's completely like caught in. And she just seems to be nibbling and eating at the food just to survive.
Raswan quickly climbs down the tree.
Bonnie jumps off the tree.
Okay.
Can she like land like a superhero pose?
Sure.
Just like Iron Man.
Are you Iron Man?
She's over there. She's caught in a net. She's eating right now, but it looks like she's caught.
We should go help her.
We have to.
I also found myself a monkey.
I'd be careful, actually, as their stingers are very poisonous and will kill you in seconds. She stabs you.
Anthony's saying this while he's holding a book in front of his face, which says Deckard's Monster Manual, Volume 13. And he's just like, it has a picture. It's actually the Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual. And he's reading the Wyvern text.
But, Anthony, she knows all of us. We've spent the last week with her.
Okay, I mean, if you want to go over there and get stabbed by a stinger and die, I mean, I'm reading it's very painful. It literally disintegrates you.
Dan Thui is correct. We should probably be cautious too. If a net has been put down, then we have to ask, Who put the net there?
Didn't somebody say there's hill giants around here?
Indeed. They protect the valley.
Who put the net there?
Oh yeah, you guys would see a monkey on Rasuan's back, by the way.
Send the monkey and he'll be able to figure it out.
Tyrannus is going to toss a walnut to the monkey on his back.
And then you just see he uses his 2 large teeth to just crack it open. And then he eats the insides.
Cool monkey.
Elatrice,
Yes.
you said you can talk to animals, right? Can you talk to the monkey and see what happened?
It's not so simple. I can try, but the valley monkey squirrels they're very happy-go-lucky creatures. They don't necessarily care much for the going on as long as they get to have their fun. I can attempt to, though.
It's gonna be like the bird in season 1. Ladder. Instead it's gonna be poop. Don't
Yep.
poop. I like poop.
What would you... So Elatrice will walk up to Rasuan, and you'd see she puts her bow on her back, and as she puts her hands together, you'd see a slight green glow. And then she goes... Danthwy, did you just proceed forward?
No, maybe.
Did you? No.
A little bit.
Did you go there? Roll a
As you guys are
roll a stealth check if you're trying to be stealthy.
I'm not trying to be stealthy at all.
Okay, no, you didn't try to be stealthy. That's fine. You walk into the you guys would see that Danthwy's gone. But anyway, so she glows and she goes, "What would you like me to ask the monkey, squirrel?"
What happened to the wyvern?
That's gonna be too confusing. Rasuan's gonna kind of get the monkey's attention and just point over to the wyvern, the net, and all that kind of stuff to try to, say, what happened?
It's a bit hard to understand, but it seems that it is placed there by the hill giants. But
I had a feeling.
they would not normally hunt like that. And then she looks around. Where's Danthwy? Danthwy, as you're approaching the wyvern, Clementine kind of looks at you and starts moving, like, break this net for me.
Exactly.
And as you step forward, you'd hear... You want to try to hide?
He's gonna protrude into a shell.
Oh, okay, so you just fall down into a shell?
Yep.
Okay. The rest of you are, as long as you don't pass this line here, I should extend this, you are hidden by foliage. As long as you don't pass the black line, you're hidden by foliage.
Can we kind of peek through? Like, it's
Sure,
pushing,
roll a
right?
stealth check if you want to try.
I imagine if he was in his shell, he'd actually blend in pretty well. Because if you look at like the roots and like
Yeah. Roll a stealth check even though you went into your shell.
Okay. 11.
Okay. You'd hear. Ugh. Such a big find, says the male hill giant who has just stepped into the clearing. The wyvern starts circling back and forth. This hill giant, he's huge. He's wearing leathery furs that cover most of his body, a pauldron upon his right shoulder. He has a huge spiked axe on his right, in his right hand that he just sort of drags across the ground. And then there is a second hill giant who seems to be a female, and she's holding a huge bow on her back, and she's also wearing these furred leathers on her body as well. Anybody who's peering in can hear. So
I will peer in.
Rasuan stealthily sneak like behind the tree stump thingy branch?
Sure, yeah, roll a stealth
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
So if I'm peering in, I have to stealth too?
Yeah, to make sure that you don't fuck up. That they don't see you. I just want to see. Yeah, you're
16.
You're good, Bonnie. Oh
Tyrannus rolled a 4.
boy. Yeah, the blue scales are really gonna show up in the forest. So. Bellatrix looks on. Damn.
What?
I just don't understand. We are invading technically into their land, but these are not regular hill giants. The hill giants of Hearthglen are good. They trade with the humans. They can be reasoned with. We do not need to result in violence. You just hear, another good find. I haven't had wyverns since I was a boy. You hear the female. Yes. And it seems we'll be eating some turtle soup tonight as well. As she walks up to the shell.
Bonnie whispers over to Tyrannus.
Tyrannus? Should I?
What?
Should I be giant?
Tyrannus looks at Thanthui about to be picked up by a giant.
She picks him
and
up.
says,
She picks him up. Thanthui is being held up. She's like, such an amazing color of shell. I have not
Do it.
seen this before.
Bonnie, do what you gotta do.
Do it. Go full attack on Titan. Titan on Titan.
Bonnie will just transform into a giant.
How can you do that?
Can I do that? Can I shapeshift into a giant?
Oh, hell no. They're huge. Oh. You'd be a medium-sized giant.
That happens.
A kid giant.
Hold on a minute.
The wyvern starts
Wow, this
struggling,
is
and he
wow, I
picks
was-
up his club. Do not worry. It will be over soon.
No, before that,
Yep.
as I was trying to say,
Yep.
can I try to get the net, like cut the net off?
Yeah, you're behind her, and you see the net there. You can try to cut it off.
I would have liked to do that earlier before the giant is like up here.
Yeah, it would have taken a minute. Like, this all is all happening within seconds here, right? So it's fine. You can go do it. Let's just call it a... just do a dex check. Just see.
To be fair, it doesn't actually say medium or large. It says that I can choose the height and weight. You determine the specifics of the changes, including your coloration, hair, length, sex, height, and weight.
Yeah, but you can't
You can make
change
yourself
from a
appear as a
medium
member of another
size.
race, though none of the game statistics change. You can't duplicate the appearance of a creature you've never seen, and you must adapt the form that has the same basic arrangements of limbs.
David, you can't become... there's no way D&D would allow changelings to become...
I'm just saying, it
I'm
doesn't
just saying,
specify that it's got to be a
changeling
medium size.
turn...
To be fair, in my game, I'd probably argue that as a DM too, because of how big giants actually
It
are.
doesn't make any sense. Well, you could...
Yeah, if you saw a
There's
kraken,
a
you couldn't just
spell-
become
yeah, there's a
gargantuan.
David, you can turn into a giant, but you're only going to be medium size. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You could choose
Like,
your height.
It would work.
You can
but,
be
like,
any.
You can only scale up so high.
Yeah, you
But
can be a
what-
4 foot tall giant, a 5 foot tall giant, a 6 foot tall giant. Hell, it's 7 foot
Just
tall
not a
giant.
70
But
foot.
you can't be fucking 15, 20 feet.
What about my other statistics?
If you had like enlarge or reduce or
That's
whatever, like you could definitely.
Otherwise, those spells are useless on a changeling. They can just enlarge, reduce all they want ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
You can
dumb.
look like a young giant, like a child.
How big are these giants?
So giants are. One second, I got to bring up the encounter here.
That is one I gotta give Adam though. That because giants
Okay.
are massive.
As I'm looking this up, Ray, please, what did you roll for your dex check?
17.
Yeah, you definitely are able to cut it and release her if you want. Yeah, you can choose when you
Yeah.
want to do it. Just give me one
Okay.
sec. I just gotta.
I also want to do something.
So do I.
Yeah, I'll let you guys do something.
I have no interest in doing nothing. I'm just going with the flow right now.
Damn it!
I rolled a 7 on my stealth. So
Did I
ain't doing
not
shit.
make? Did I not make this?
So if I roll for stealth, could I get advantage because my skin's the same color as the bushes?
Okay.
As long as you don't go rage.
Yeah. It's not like I want to go fully in the bush, just like stick like my like slightly head through the bush so I can just see.
All I picture is that Homer Simpson gif where he backs into the bushes.
Well, pretty much. Like, I would imagine it would just be Balgrath's like eyes and then his like nose sticking out.
Tyrannus, what do you want to do?
I want to cast the spell Command on the female giant.
That's holding Thankfully.
Yes, and command her to drop the turtle.
Okay, and Belgrath, what did you want to do?
I wanted to see if I could like have advantage on stealth since my face is like the same color as the bush.
Sure, I'll give it to you.
Thank you. So,
And
first one.
ooh, not nat 20, but good 20. Okay. And Thanthui, what did you want to do?
Well, I want to see what happens after Tyrannus does his thing.
So Balgrath will just stick his like face slightly out of the bush just so he can watch.
Yeah, we'll just put you right here. How about that?
All right.
Tyrannus, what do I have to roll?
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
You have to beat a 12, so that's a
She
fail.
failed. So she picks up the shell and she's holding it in her hand. She just starts shaking it. She's like, "What an interesting arrangement of colors," she's saying in giant. The rest of you just hear, "Fear, fire, full, fum." And she starts shaking it and she hears jiggling inside and she's like, "Hello." And she looks through the hole. "Are you in there?" And then,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, when she looks in, I'm going to cast blindness on her.
Okay. Okay.
Don't look at it, it's private.
Oh, what do I have to roll? Put down the spell.
Con save.
It's a necromancy spell. Got a little darkness
fails.
in you there, eh, Michael?
So she's
So then she's blind.
she looks inside. Hello, and all of a sudden, what is it like? Does it just like come out of your eyes or something?
I imagine just a
A flare of light comes out of the shell.
flare of light
and she's just like,
burns her eyes.
"Ah!" And she drops you. Yeah. "Ah!" And then, all right.
I just think that whole thing is just fucking
Bye, buddy.
hilarious. Like her looking, just like
Sorry, so she's blinded by the shell, and she drops you to the ground, thankfully, right in front of Belgrath. And then she backs up, and then you cast Command. Go ahead, Tyrannus.
And Tyrannus will command her to flee.
She goes, flee, flee.
The moment she
Should be like hitting
drops
trees.
Yeah, the moment she drops Thanthui, that's when I'm gonna cut the net as well.
And then the wyvern just and then starts flapping. Clementine is released and starts flapping her wings. And this giant here looks down. "Honey, what's going on?" And she just blindly runs back and forth. "Flee!" And then trips on a tree as she runs into the forest. Then he looks at the wyvern and readies his axe. "No, we need to eat."
that might be my favorite moment this season so far.
She's gone. And then he just sort of readies his axe. "No, we need to eat."
Tyrannus is going to step out of the foliage, and in giant, he will say,
Wait. You can't eat this wyvern.
And he looks over at you.
You speak my tongue. You stand in our valley. How dare you get between me and my hunt?
And Clementine starts flapping her wings and flying away.
I understand, but the wyvern belongs to a friend of ours. We were sent to retrieve it. We mean you no harm. We will leave your valley now.
I'm trying to persuade him.
Okay, roll a persuasion.
What did you do to my wife?
Oh shit.
What did you do to my wife?
That was an 8.
He slams his axe down on the fallen tree, and it just cuts completely in half. And Rasuan, you just sort of hold your footing.
I merely suggested that she leave. I didn't want to hurt her or you or the Wyvern.
Elatree steps forward. Please, Giant, listen to him. She speaks in Giant as well. Please, listen to the Dragonborn. We mean you no harm. And she's going to roll persuasion herself. Let's see how that goes.
I nudge Bonnie because she said she could speak Giant as well.
Feel free to help out.
I will.
Oh god.
I can speak dragon, that's it.
I don't like the sound of that.
How tall are these giants?
Say
Huge is
they're
15
15
feet.
to 20 feet. This guy's probably closer to 20. His wife's like 15. Elatrice sort of helps with this persuasion. He's just like...
Your wife ran that way, though. She looked really scared. You should probably go get her.
I said him giant. Should I persuade as well?
Yes, roll persuasion.
10.
She has nowhere to go.
That's why you need to go find her. Go fast.
Silence,
She's pretty
little
far.
girl. She has nowhere to go. Our home is gone. We need food. My children will starve.
What happened to your home?
The sanctum has been taken by a vampire coven. They killed us all. We are all that's left. We have not eaten in days. And you've taken that from us.
Tyrannus, wide-eyed, looks at everyone else and mouths the word vampire.
Let's go.
Vampire cowboy cyborg? Question mark?
I already had a character that was a vampire. We're good.
Listen, please. We may be able to help.
How you help against the bloody night. How you help against those that trick minds.
We specialize in this sort of thing.
When we just come through the bushes, you send in those without minds.
And plus, we have a way of knowing vampires, right, Anthony?
I don't translate what Ben said.
Belgrath's just gonna look forward and just look at Ben like, what?
Yeah, I guess Ben just said that out of the blue because he doesn't understand giant, does he?
No, yeah.
Elatrice looks on. We shouldn't interfere in the affairs of these giants.
But they're vampires.
We've just taken a meal from them. They're in danger. Their home has been taken. We are bound to help them.
Listen, Elatrice, if you don't want to stay, you can go back.
What was it she said to me? Crap. What did she say to me earlier?
I don't know.
I was
It's
gonna repeat
dangerous to
it.
go alone. Take this.
Oh, fuck. Well, she told me something. I just had it in my head.
Is something that along the lines of she does it alone, or
No, it was when I said, you shot them, and she goes, I'm experiencing these types of things. Shot my head.
yeah.
That's what it was. So then Bonnie would just look at her and be like,
Listen, Elatrice, if you want to go back, you can. We're experienced in this type of thing.
I gotcha.
First it was werewolves, now it's vampires.
I kind of want to be a vampire. You think werepires are a thing? Like a werewolf vampire?
Yeah, cyborg werepire.
Yeah.
Well,
Right there, underworld.
by technicality, if you had gotten bitten and died, it would take a little while for you to actually come back as a vampire. We would think you were dead. That would let you not have to join the next episode. Give you time to survive, to come back to life as a vampire. You're good to go.
Elatrice looks over and looks to Tyrannus and what he said too, and she nods. I suppose sometimes we have to intervene to balance nature. I will not return to camp. I will help you.
Just don't die.
The giant just like,
You do what then? You fight? You kill vampires?
That's the plan.
You show us where they are, and we'll take care of the rest.
So be it then. And who are you?
he says it in common.
We are the Six and Elatrice.
Yes, the Six and Elatrice.
And a squirrel
I
monkey.
only see 6 of you.
They.
Oh, the other one's in the shell. Oh no! Because of
By the way, I
behind.
think Pantry is still in his shell.
Yeah,
Of course he is.
he looks like a dead turtle.
But yeah, and then Rasuan, I guess you walk over the tree branch.
You have numbers. But it will be dangerous. So be it then. I will show you where the sanctum is. I am Ben, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
What? I thought he was Ben.
Who?
The one behind me here. She points over at Ben.
I never met another Ben before.
What is going on?
Ben, meet Ben.
Ben, that's my name. You can't have my name now.
We both name Ben. Confusing. But this is the way. I will show you through the sanctum. And you will kill the vampires. And we will be even for you stealing our food.
We didn't steal your food.
No,
we
no,
took
you
back our friend.
Yeah, they steal food from us.
Well, we don't need to get into the semantics of it all, do we? Come this way.
And he walks you out into the forest, and that's where we're going to end this episode. I want to thank everybody for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and everything at Stubborn Heroes. And to also, if you're not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we do release on YouTube. Even if you're listening on a podcast right now, go on YouTube. Give our episodes a listen. Like them, subscribe, all that crap. And, yeah. I also want to thank all of our patrons. Without you, be a lot less Stubborn Heroes. And, until next time, bye.
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 Also, you're all level 5 now.